Good evening to all. Myself, Dr. Nilofer Sheikh. I am Associate Professor and Consultant at PD Patel Ayurved Hospital, associated with Jas Ayurved Mahavidyalay, Nadiad, Gujarat, India. I did my post-graduation from well-known Institute of Ayurveda, IPGPNRA, Gujarat Ayurveda University, Jamnagar, Gujarat, India. So today I am going to deliver the topic review on pregnancy during COVID-19 pandemic and Ayurveda. So for that, here I would like to share the PowerPoint presentation in front of you. So the topic is review on pregnancy during COVID-19 pandemic and the Ayurveda. So let me introduce the topic first. As pregnancy is the beautiful phase of every woman's life and it needs some special care to prevent the complications and for the proper development and the growth of the fetus. Almost since a year, globally we all are facing the challenges of this COVID-19 pandemic. Pregnant women are at a greater risk of severe morbidity and mortality with infections such as SARS and influenza because of their decreased lung capacity and their decreased immune response. Simultaneously, here we can consider the pregnancy as a vulnerable time period for the COVID-19 also. So what is the estimated prevalence of COVID-19 in pregnancy? So one living systemic review, that is LSR, was carried out at University of Birmingham, that is WHO Collaborating Center for Global Women's Health. So according to this LSR, the estimated prevalence of COVID-19 during pregnancy is about 10%. And this study was done in the November 2020. From this study, the presentation of COVID-19 during pregnancy and the postpartum. So the most common symptoms of COVID-19 in pregnancy and the postpartum were cough. It was observed in 41% of cases and the fever was found in 40% of cases. Here, breathlessness and the muscle ache was reported in 20% of women. From the laboratory findings, lymphopenia was found in 33% of cases, raised WBC was found in 26% of cases, and the raised C-reactive protein was observed in 49% of cases. So from this study, the conclusion can be drawn that the clinical manifestation of COVID-19 in pregnancy and the postpartum appears to be broadly similar to the general population. Now, outcomes of the mother with COVID-19. So from this study, 4% of pregnant and recently pregnant women who is diagnosed with COVID-19 were admitted in intensive care unit. Among them, 3% needed the intensive ventilation. 70% delivered the preterm birth before 37 weeks. 6% had spontaneous preterm birth. So, pregnant women with COVID-19 are increased risk of needing admission to an intensive preterm and their babies being admitted to the NICU compared to pregnant women without COVID-19. Here the estimates to preterm birth are likely to be influenced by the iatrogenic indications. So what can be the preventive measures for the pregnant woman during this COVID-19 pandemic? So as per the WHO guidelines, washing hands frequently with an alcohol-based rub, keeping space between yourself and others, and avoiding crowded spaces, wear a non-medical fabric mask, and if it is not possible, to keep the sufficient physical distance between yourself and others. avoiding touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Practicing respiratory hygiene. This means covering the mouth and the nose with bent elbow or the tissue when cough and sneeze. If the pregnant lady have fever, cough, difficulty breathing, then seek the medical care early, and she should follow the directions of the local health policy. Pregnant women and women who delivered should attend their routine antenatal appointments according to the local policies and the following adapted measures to reduce the transmission of this virus. So this is the WHO guideline for the pregnant woman to prevent the COVID-19 infection. Now, how Ayurveda can help during this COVID-19 pandemic? So in Ayurveda, COVID-19 pandemic can be considered as a Jan Padodhvan Svikar. This Jan Padodhvan Svikar is mentioned in Charak Samhita, and it means the death of many people occurs at the same time, though they have different prakriti, constitute. Bala means strength, Sattva means mind, and the Vaya means age. So COVID-19 pandemic can come under this Janapadodhvan Svikar. Now let's talk about the pregnancy and its care. So in Ayurveda, special care during pregnancy, and it is named as a Garbhini Paricharya, has been mentioned to prevent the complications during pregnancy. So here, along with the WHO guideline, one can advise the special care in pregnancy as a preventive measure during COVID-19 pandemic. So what is this special care and why it is needed? So as Acharya Charak says, that pregnant lady is just like the oil filled pot, means the pregnant lady should be treated or cared just like a pot filled with the oil, as a slight oscillation of such pot causing the spilling of the oil. Similarly, if slight excitement or stress to the lady during pregnancy can initiate the abortion and develop the complications during pregnancy. So, to overcome this problem, acharyas have suggested some special lifestyle during pregnancy, and that is the Garbhini Paricharya. So, Garbhini Paricharya during COVID-19 pandemic is broadly discussed under three headings. First, Masano Masik Garbhini Paricharya. It means month-wise dietary as well as medicinal regimen. Second, to avoid the Garbha Udghatkar Bhav, like to avoid the pregnancy harming factors. And third one, the role of Garbha Sanskar during pregnancy. So first, here I like to discuss Masano Masik Paricharya, that is month-wise regimen during pregnancy. As early as when the pregnancy is diagnosed, so during the first month of pregnancy, the pregnant lady should take cow milk in desired quantity. Along with this cow milk, she should advise Yasti Madhu Churna, that is Glycyrrhizia glabra, 1 gram with water. This Yasti Madhu or Glycyrrhizia glabra is a widely used classical medicinal plant, and it is found in numerous traditional formulas. The root of Glycyrrhizia glabra relieves the thirst, cough, asthma, bronchitis, abdominal colic, eye troubles, and it cures the ulcers. The constituent of licorice is the glycyrrhizin saponin with a low hemolytic index. And other constituents of licorice include isoflavonoids, chalcones, triterpenoids, sterols, amino acids, amines, gums, some volatile oils, and these all are responsible for its various activities like wound healing activity, anti-ulcer activity, memory enhancing activity, anti-thrombolytic activity, which is very essential in this COVID-19 pandemic, hepatoprotective activity, anti-dyslipidemic activity, and antioxidant activity. So during the first month of pregnancy, pregnant lady can take this Yashtimadhu Churna to prevent the infection. Now coming to second month. So during second month of pregnancy, we can advise Yashtimadhu Churna, Ashwagandha Churna, and the Shatavari Churna. So patient should advise to take each 1 gram with the milk. What is the quality of ashwagandha? So ashwagandha means Withamnia somnifera. Withamnia somnifera is very important herb of the Indian Ayurvedic system who has the rasayana property. It is used for various kinds of disease and the special quality of this drug is nervine tonic. It has anti-stress activities. It improves the body defense against disease by improving the cell-mediated immunity. So immunity is the key to prevent the COVID-19 infection and it enhanced by the ashwagandha. It also possesses potent antioxidant properties that help to protect against cellular damage caused by the free radicals. Now, the second drug that is Shatavari, Asparagus racemosus. So this herb is highly effective in problems related to female reproductive system. Both Charak and Vagbhat has mentioned this asparagus racemosus as a part of the formulas to treat the women's health disorder. Asparagus racemosus is a well-known Ayurvedic rasayana which prevents aging, increase longevity, impart immunity, improve the mental function, vigor, and add the vitality to the body. And it is also used in the nervous disorders, dyspepsia, tumors, inflammation, neuropathy, and the hepatopathy. So one can give this combination of Yashtimadhu, Shatavari and Ashwagandha Churna during second month of pregnancy. Now during third month of pregnancy, pregnant lady should take milk and with ghee and honey. Krishna, that the rice prepared with pulses and beans will be beneficial. Green gram soup should be taken once a daily. During fourth month of pregnancy, cooked rice with curd or the pleasant food mixed with the milk should be given. During this month, meat of the animals can be given to the pregnant lady. One specially food preparation that is navnita. It means the naturally extracted or prepared butter from the milk that should be taken during 4 months of pregnancy. Here, specific diet terms as a radhya. It means the fruits like mango, berry, pomegranate, oranges that can be given in fourth month of pregnancy. During fifth month of pregnancy, pregnant ladies should use milk and ghee. Some Raktavardhak Ahar. It means the food which increases the hemoglobin like pomegranate, spinach, amalki that should be given. Here amalki means Embolica officinalis has a rasayana property so helps to increase the immunity. It is a rich source of vitamin C, polyphenols, tannins, gallic acid, ellagic acid, flavonoids. So Embolica officinalis are widely used in the Indian system of medicine and it is believed to increase the defense against the diseases. The various medicinal properties of Embolica officinalis, such as antioxidant, antipyretic, analgesic, cytoprotective, anti-ulcer, immune modulatory, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and so on. So during fifth month, pregnant ladies should consume the amalki churna along with the honey. Now 6 months of pregnancy. So in the 6 months of pregnancy, the chances of increased tidal edema, hypertension, and eclampsia is more. So Acharya has mentioned to take the Gokshur Churna, Tribulus terrestitis, in the form of churna or in form of powder and in a dose of 1 gram 2 times a day to prevent the UTI, tidal edema, hypertension, preeclampsia and eclampsia. So with this regimen, we can prevent these complications during pregnancy. To reduce the stress, 1 gram powder of Brahmi can be given to the pregnant lady. Here Brahmi means Bacopa monnieri is one of the oldest traditional Ayurvedic medicine in India. It is known for enhancing the memory, mood and the mental. It relieves the mental disorder. Saponins are the major compounds in the Brahmi which responsible to enhance the nerve impulse transmission. So to reduce the stress during pregnancy, one can give the Brahmi Churna 2 times a day in a dose of 1 gram to relieve the stress. Now in 7 months of pregnancy, Greta prepared from milk medicated with Madhu drugs. Madhu drugs like Shatavari, Bala, Guduchi that should be given. During 8 months of pregnancy, Krishna Yavago, it means rice gruel mixed with grit should be given. Now in the 9th month of pregnancy, when the lady is near to labor, process of delivery, so here one specific procedure that termed as a yoni pichu, if we can say it as a vaginal tampon with a balafel should be applied once a day at bedtime till the onset of labor occurs. So it helps to prevent cervical dysphagia, perineal tear, and it is responsible for the early healing of vaginal scar. But this procedure that is termed as a vaginal tampon or yoni pichu should be carried out under the proper guidance only. So our acharyas have mentioned this month-wise dietary as well as medicinal regimen to prevent the complications during pregnancy, to enhance the immunity during pregnancy, to facilitate the proper growth and development of the fetus. So along with this dietary regimen, some Garbhopdarkar Bhava, it means pregnancy harming factor, have been mentioned in our classes that should be avoided by the pregnant woman. And these are the use of Tikshna, Ruksha, Ushna Dravya like hot edibles, foul smelling articles, spicy articles, dried up, putrefied or wet foods. This kind of the food will decrease the immunity, will enhance the chances of abortion. So these things should be avoided during pregnancy. Intercourse, smoking, use of narcotic drugs, wine and other sedatives, holding the natural urges, excessive exercise, prolonged stay near the fire or the hot sun, fasting, grief, anger, and the stress. Stress should be avoided during pregnancy. So, what is the effect of stress during pregnancy? On the mother, it can lead to depression, anxiety, sleeping problem, and poor postpartum care. While in baby, it has adverse effects like premature birth, low birth weight, cognitive impairment, behavior issues, lowered immunity. So, though it is a stressful condition like COVID pandemic, it is a stressful condition for all. But still, during pregnancy, that should be avoided. So, pregnancy without stress is very much important to avoid the stress during pregnancy. And for that, one specific like mental and spiritual enhancing program that we can term it as a Garbha Sanskar that should be adopted by the pregnant woman. So Garbha Sanskar is a process to achieve physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, social development and the perfection for the mother and the child. Because with the Garbha Sanskar, we can directly uh, interact with the fetus. One can, pregnant lady can reduce the stress and she can deliver the healthy baby easily. So, in under the Garbha Sanskar, the chanting of the mantras, performing yoga and pranayam that we can take. And with this, we can one can reduce the stress during pregnancy and can have the healthy outcome of this pregnancy. So coming to conclusion, the disease COVID-19 comes under Jan Padudvan Svikar and as the ancient Acharya considered pregnancy as a crucial stage of female life. The special regimen termed as the Garbhini Paricharya is indicated to prevent the complications during pregnancy and delivery. Classical preventive measures in form of Garbhini Paricharya along with WHO preventive guidelines may prevent the transmission of COVID-19 during pregnancy. So thank you. Still, if you have any question, then you can write it to my email address. I like to acknowledge Dr. Shekhar sir for giving this opportunity to speak in 41st International Online Conference Ayurveda and Lung Care organized by Global Ayurveda Conferences and hosted by the APNA. Thank you so much.